How you going? It's Trent and Mick, our Spartan OCR journey. As most of you are aware, over the last few years, we have competed all over Australia and overseas with huge support from our local businesses and individuals. We want to bring like-minded people together and listen to athletes across the world about their journeys. So hopefully you'll be listening to this podcast about
Who are you?
Ashleigh Peterson.
Okay, Ashley. Do we call you Ash or Ashley?
Ash is fine.
or captain.
Yes. Our,
Captain's also acceptable. It gives me a bit of an ego boost.
and 2 years in a row.
Yes, I'm
Pretty fancy.
very honored to be chosen for a second year. Means I
That's
did
cool.
something right last year, so
That's
hopefully I can
that's
do it
great.
again.
You're out and about last year. You did a few events, so
Yeah, nearly as many this year lined up too. So
So this year there's um, you, captain, Jace, captain, and Arwen is
Arwen
the
as
vice
our
captain.
vice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you
Yeah,
got
it's a
heaps going on.
they got the trifecta of primo people.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be working with Jason Arwen. Arwen I've gotten to know a lot over the last few years, but Jason, we've only just started to get to know each other.
Big
But
top fella.
between the three of us, we have probably 2 decades worth of racing experience, and all three of us are incredibly passionate about Spartan
Yeah.
and what it can do for you as a person as well as a racer. So I think we've got a really good leadership team, and hopefully, we'll make a really good appearance at some of the international world champ events together.
That's
So
it. I think
Yeah.
you will. I think you'll have no dramas at all.
yeah.
What do you do? Because you've only just shifted from sunny Queensland to Victoria. That's the easiest
To
way to
Yeah.
explain. Yeah.
So I was actually I wasn't quite Queensland. I was
Oh,
in northern New South Wales, so just below the border.
that's right. Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I've shifted down to Victoria. I'm li living in Wonthaggi now.
I'll take you. That's it.
Um, yeah, so a bit of a change, and I'm not looking forward to winter because I am absolutely such a sook when I get
I
cold.
don't know, mate. Doesn't get cold, Monthaggy.
Are you kidding? I'm already
Doesn't
walking
get
around in a
warm.
jumper.
Yeah, you
Um,
want to buy a few jumpers, one for each day.
yeah, just a few. So yeah, a bit of a sea change, but I'm loving it down here so far.
And what do you do there, mate?
I'm working at Liquorland at the moment, so if you need some wine advice, I'm definitely your girl.
Done your training for it, yeah. So
It's a job I've done a couple of times, and thankfully, well, as you both know, I've got the gift of the gab, so that certainly helps me a lot.
And Nicola.
Customers buying alcohol love having a chat, so it
that's
suits
good.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's magic.
No, awesome, mate. What is your background in the sport, OCR Spartan?
Yeah, so I started my first OCR in 2016. I did a sprint at Ivory's Rock back when we were originally there.
Okay.
Which so I absolutely loved returning to Ivory's last year because it was coming full circle for me.
Yeah.
Um, but I was recruited into Spartan by my mother. She was going up to Ivory's with a group of her friends, and somebody had dropped out of their little team they'd gotten together. And I happened to be visiting Brisbane to do the Bridge to Brisbane 10K,
Yeah.
and Spartan was the week after that. And my mum rang me and she's like, "Oh, come do it, come do it." And I was like, "Oh, I'm not strong. Like I can't do something like that. Why would I want to I'm a road runner. Why would I want to do trails and crawl through mud?" And mum just kept on at me for the couple of days until I caved and said, "Yeah, sure, okay." And I don't know, when I finished it, I just sort of felt this, I was able to do it. Maybe not very well, but I was able to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so at the time I was living up in the Whitsundays, so we didn't have many events up there. But the
Mm.
next time I was down in Brisbane in 2018, there was another Ivory's Rock Beast, and I was like, you know what? I want to give that a try. And unfortunately, wasn't able to do that event. I had a knee injury at the time, so I had to drop down to the sprint again. But something just, I don't know, I was just hooked. And the 2018 Ivories was actually the first time they did a 50K Ultra in Australia. So they'd moved
Okay.
from the Ultra Beast to the Ultra Standalone. And I watched all these people failing at this sandbag mile they had to do and watching them struggling but still keep pushing to try and make transition. It made me turn around and go, you know what? I'm never going to be that crazy. but I need to do a trifecta. And well, that was obviously a lie considering the ultras are now my favorite distance, but
You've done many of them, so yeah.
yeah, that's how it all started for me. And now it's just become such a big part of my life that it's hard to imagine my life without Spartan in it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's
We just trying to think. That's the one in Queensland. I can't remember where it was. The one where you
the year before was the first time we met, Ash.
run around in
Yeah.
a
And then the year
white.
after, yeah, you're in your I don't
The
know, what do you
wedding
call that?
dress.
Yeah, the ex-wedding dress. Like it's the
Yes.
destroyed
That
wedding
was
dress.
pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
That was 2023. I think I did that now. So a while ago, but that one was just I went through a really nasty divorce and my mental health was
Hmm.
it was pretty low. Like I was in and out of hospital for it and things like that. And Spartan and the friends that I'd made through Spartan are what saved me. Um, there was, yeah, for about a year, I wasn't training at all. I was actually having panic attacks every time I tried to run. And I'd already, before all of this happened, I'd signed up for the Ultra in Bright. And this is back in 2021, which was then postponed to 22. But I had a moment where, like, I hadn't run more than 5K and, the Ultra's in 2 weeks' time. And I'm like, what am I doing this for? Like, I'm going to get hurt. Anything could happen. And I just had this moment where I'm like, no, if I don't go to this race, I'm never going to go to another one. And that's going to be the end of everything for me. And when I somehow managed to finish that race, it took me 13 hours and 5 minutes.
That's not bad though. That's 50 Ks and 60
Yeah.
obstacles.
Yep. And that
What's the cutoff
was
time?
14 hours.
Okay.
So I was just under cutoff. And that was when we were going up Mystic Mountain in Bright too. So we had to climb Mystic 5 times that day. But
Wow.
after that, I just had
Yeah,
this,
really?
I don't know, I realized that Spartan was my way to find myself again. So then skip forward the 2 years when I went through my divorce and like I came across my wedding dress one day and I was like, look, it's time to get rid of this. But while it wasn't my dream marriage, it was my dream wedding and my dream wedding dress. So I couldn't just throw it in the bin or give it away. And that's when I came up with the idea to race wearing the dress in Spartan because I was like, look, I give a lot of credit to Spartan for helping me find my way back to myself. So why don't I completely close this chapter in my life by giving the dress a bloody good send off? And the reason I chose to do it at the Gold Coast event, there was two reasons. The first one is, as we all know, the Gold Coast always had the best rolling ditches in the country, so I knew that it would have the most mud.
Color change. Yep.
Yep. But the other reason was I actually got married on Tambourine Mountain, which is one of the mountains that overlooks the valley where the race is held.
Okay.
So it was sort of a good way to return to that sort of area and yeah, just close that chapter and start
I was
moving
at,
on.
I was at the finish line, handing out the medals that day. It's pretty funny. You coming across a brown wedding dress.
Yeah.
It was it it was everything I'd hoped it would be. It was very healing and a hell of a lot of fun. Although wedding dresses get ridiculously heavy once they're covered with
They're
mud and water.
challenging.
So
Yeah.
yeah, doing the multi-rig that day was interesting, having the train dragging behind me, but it was a really special day that I will always hold very close to my heart.
No,
But
that's pretty cool. That's
yeah,
and it's memorable. Like that and your hair are the two things I
yeah.
remember the most. So it's
It's funny how many people know me because of the wedding dress. Like even when we went to Fiji and we were running up that godforsaken mountain, there was this American guy next to me and we just got chatting and he's like, "Oh, your wife, my wife told me about you." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, she saw you do the race in the dress and showed me all the photos." And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of really cool that my story is spread that far
yeah,
away and made that much of an impact that even if it's just something to have a giggle at, people still remembered it. And
Yeah.
yeah,
that's well, we do. That's yeah. That's how we know you as such. So
Yeah.
now I'm just a crazy person with purple hair.
wow.
I
Yeah,
was going to say, you're not denying that.
yeah. I was trying to work out words, but yeah, that's all right. That's fine. No.
What's your prep before a race? Like, say you getting ready for an ultra. What do you do in the morning? What do you eat? What?
Um, so my prep sort of starts the night before because I want to get my drop box packed exactly how I'm going to need it the next day. So I'll actually put my headphones on and just blare music so loud that I can't even hear anything else going on around me, and just sort of dance around the kitchen while I'm, filling up my electrolytes and getting my vest packed the way I like it and everything like that.
Yeah.
The morning of, I'll wake up between 3 and 4 a.m., depending on what time the race starts. Um,
Normally start
and
at 6. Ultra.
most of them start at
Yeah.
6. Well, in Australia, we always start at 6. Philippines last year was a 4 o'clock kickoff, so we were up at 2 o'clock in the morning getting ready.
Wow.
Um, so yeah, some of them are a very early start. But yeah, once I wake up, I have a coffee. I'm a big coffee person, so that's always how I get my day going. And then
That's the
yeah,
Aussie way. It's
oh, definitely. And then yeah, get some food into me. Usually just Vegemite on toast, get a bit of extra sodium going, and then I don't know, just sort of meander around until it's time to head out to the venue, and then just yeah, I have everything packed and ready to go, so I don't need to stress on the day. It's just a matter of, get changed and get that race brain on.
And in your,
And
sorry, mate.
I was going to say, and there's usually a phone call from my coach, Mick Stewart, in there too,
Yeah.
because he knows that if I am freaking out about anything, he knows how to calm me down and get me focused and on track. So
Yeah. So you're still using the same coach that you're
yeah,
using in,
Mick.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Mick's been coaching me for about 2 years now, and honestly, he's a bit sadistic with some of his training, but it pays off. He's gotten me from just another everyday racer to somebody who was confident enough to race elites at the Ultra Worlds last year. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you
yeah.
like his online coach now, is he? Obviously.
Yeah, so he'll upload the workouts into the apps for me, both running and gym work,
Yeah.
and I'll just jump on and check it and get it done.
Yeah.
But he also does a lot of mental work with me, and so like if he's helping me refocus or if my motivation's lacking, things like that,
And
it's
is he doing that with other athletes or just yourself, or like can you plug
no,
if he's
he does have a couple of
yeah.
Spartans that he's working with. But he's wound back a little bit now, and now that he's not working with Spartan Australia, he's sort of picking and focusing on a couple of people and doing his own work on the side. So
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's pretty
but
cool.
he's changed everything for me, and he's
Yeah.
really changed how I look at myself and how I look at my racing. So
Yeah.
he's
Awesome, mate.
stuck with me now, whether he likes it or not.
Nothing wrong with that. That's fine.
What I was
Yeah.
going to ask before, mate, is what do you put in your the drop box? Like what do you feel like when you in your transition at 30 Ks in it? Um Chips, lollies, what's the go?
So I'm actually a really weird one to ask that because I have some nutrition issues and I have trouble eating on race day. And my biggest problem is, though, just because something has worked at one race, it doesn't necessarily mean it'll work again for me.
Yeah.
So my staples that I'll always have in there are a bottle of Coke, a bottle of Gatorade, and a bottle of maple syrup. And it has to be the Canadian stuff. It can't be flavored syrup or any rip-off thing. Um, and then I'll have some Vegemite sandwiches, Pringles, and the baby food,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
fruit
how do you?
puree sort of things.
Yep.
Um, and some trail mix as well. And I'll just, when I get in, I'll just go, oh, I really feel like the Pringles right now. And I'll have
Yeah.
one and be like, okay, we're stomaching that today. Yep, we'll keep eating the Pringles. Whereas if my stomach's like, no, we don't like that flavor, then I'll move to the next thing. And so I always have a lot more in my drop box than I actually need, but it's just
Yeah.
because I don't know what I'm going to be able
Yeah.
to take that day.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I know the couple of ultras, the Spartan ultras I've done, you got no idea. Like you run there and you're thinking, I feel like, yeah, salt and vinegar chips or and then
yeah.
you get there and you go, no, I just want lollies now. It's just weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
But the maple syrup's probably the biggest staple for me. I'll always just drink half a bottle of it. And
Wow.
Maybe you need to try our new honey gels.
Yes.
well, I've actually found some gels by Precision Fuel and Hydration have been really helping me out this year.
Yeah.
They do a caffeine one, and they've actually, because
Okay.
they've picked me up, I'm on their team for this year.
That's
Um,
cool.
but their electrolytes, their 1500 electrolytes have been absolutely game changing too. Um, they I've been using their capsules for years, but I'd never
Is
used
that the
their actual
cramping
powder.
ones?
No, that's
No.
Cramp Fix based out of the Gold Coast.
Because
Um,
you know how we saw you at Queensland, and
yeah,
I went and bought some as well, and I reckon they were all right. Like I went through a heap of them, but I
yeah.
didn't cramp, so I thought,
Yeah, that's Cramp Fix. They're always in my pack as well.
yeah,
Because if you feel like your legs are going to cramp in, those
yeah,
things are just such a lifesaver.
Yeah. Not the pickle juice.
Never got into it, which is
no,
strange because I actually love pickle juice, but
no,
but no, the precision electrolytes are just amazing. I used them at Tough Mudder Infinity, and that was my first ultra distance event with these ones. And for the first time in a very long time, like I felt so fueled and so hydrated. Like, yeah, they're my new go-to.
Yeah.
I'll have to test it before Gold Coast,
Oh,
before Ivory's.
definitely.
Yeah,
They're pretty damn good. And the blackcurrant flavor's surprisingly tasty.
yep. While you're on the
Mm.
side of nutrition, what's your best recovery after a race? Like, what's your tradition, or do you don't have one, or depends how you
I
feel, or what's
look,
sort of standard for you?
I don't really have one. Physio cream is a lifesaver, and I do a bit of stretching, or if there's a foam roller there, I'll definitely get the foam roller on my legs. Um, if I had the funds, I would definitely invest in a pair of compression boots. I've used them a couple of times after ultras, and I love them. But at $1,500 a hit, it's not
Yeah.
quite something that I can just go out and buy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roller's
Um,
15 from Kmart, so that's probably the
Exactly, yeah.
alternative. So,
Yeah, so there's usually a roller in my carry-on or a massage gun. They're really good as well.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then once I get home, electrolyte baths are a good way to go too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your best personal goal, mate, in life or sport?
I have no idea. Um, my goal in anything I do really is just to be happy. And I know that sounds really corny and a bit of a stereotype answer, but I have fought with mental health issues since I was about 15. It's just a part of my story. So yeah, now it's just, I just want to be happy. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. I want to be proud of myself. And everything I do is sort of just working towards those goals. And yeah, I want to be able to look back and go, no, you know what? Even during the hard times, I was able to pull through and
Yeah.
do it with a smile on my face. And
yeah,
I'm I'm getting to that point now. I'm
Yeah.
that's cool.
yeah, very
And
content.
it's the scenario where you got to have shit days, don't you? Otherwise, the good ones aren't there. So
Oh,
it's not
definitely.
a bad thing. That's
No,
sort of hopefully
it's
that's what I live off. So which is
yeah.
good. Um,
And a good thing to live by too is you can't change the situations, but you can change how you react to them and how you move forward from them. So,
that's a good one. Yeah,
I'm just writing that down, mate.
I'm gonna have to learn that and take that to work. Yeah,
yeah. And
that's pretty good.
admittedly, I've stolen that from a couple of our cryptaya in the endurance events, but
Yeah.
it's a good ethos to live by.
No,
Can't change the situation, but you can work on how you work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I like that.
You really learn lots of things in there.
Yes.
Um, what's on the horizon for you, mate?
So at the moment, we're focusing on Ivory's Rock. But as soon as that closes, I'm only going to be 6 weeks out from the Ultra World Champs in Morzine again. So we've got a good team going over this year. I think we've got one, two, five Australians going, so bigger
Really?
team than last year.
Who's going?
That's
So we've got Mick Butera is coming. We've got Mandy Allingham, who I am very excited to see how she handles the Alps. Um, and then we've got Natasha, who she actually doesn't live in Australia anymore. She lives in England, but she used to be one of my age group races a few years ago, and she is an Aussie, so she's decided to join us. And if anyone remembers Tash, she had coloured hair as well, but hers was always like half pink, half purple.
yep.
And then we've got uh, Nick. I can't remember his last name,
Yep.
unfortunately, but he's coming over too.
Oh, cool.
Um, so yeah, it'll be a good crew.
Yeah.
Um, and
Oh,
then yeah, after that we'll have all the other Aussie events, Werribee and Stadion, before I head over to Sparta. And this is going to be my first trifecta worlds. So
Yeah. Yeah.
very excited about
That's
that.
pretty cool.
It's awesome over there.
Yeah.
We were at the airport and there was a guy that he'd done it a few times and he said, "Oh, when you're there, you'll feel the earth and all this sort of
There we
stuff."
go.
And we're going, you're a bit weird, mate. Like, anyway, we'll listen to you.
Yeah.
And
He was right.
he is. There's something about it. And when you, at least like the Beast, I had some dramas with, but it does something to you, if that makes sense. Like I know
Oh,
with
definitely.
racing, I go through different sort of waves with racing, with emotion and things like that. But up there, it's yeah, there's something about it, and
Yeah.
he reckons it's in the earth, and it might be, I don't know, but it's
It was,
different.
it was,
Yeah.
You'll love it. So
I can
yeah.
understand that. It's Morzine is a bit like that. I got to this top of this mountain. So last year's Morzine course, the first 10 kilometers were uphill without a break. It was just climbing mountains nonstop. Um, so yeah, you get to the top and you're like, crap, I've still got 40 kilometers of this to go. But there was a moment in there, maybe around that 35, 40K marker where you just sit there and you're like, holy crap, I'm running a Spartan Ultra in the French Alps.
Yeah.
And yeah, you feel so in awe of what you're doing. And you know that there's still that chance you may not finish. Like this is one of the hardest events in the world. But yeah.
And more Z, mate, the ultra course, that's not 2 laps, is it? That's one big lap, isn't it? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you don't do the 8 kilometer ultra loop with no obstacles either. You don't have as many in the first few K because obviously you're
Nope.
focusing on getting up that mountain. But yeah, you go and do this one big lap, and then there will be some obstacles you do again, but there's different ways to get there in some places. So it's very different from
yeah,
what we're used to over here. It is an
Well,
absolutely
look forward to
fantastic
lakes.
challenge.
Look forward to lakes,
yes,
mate.
I am. I'm so excited. I've never been
We
to lakes before,
we're
so
not gonna, it's not going to be 8Ks at the start. It's going to be 52Ks of same as it.
52.
Yeah.
I think we
Nice.
don't know. We're not sure. It's over 50, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, good. I always prefer it when they're over 50 than under.
And so, but yes, not going to be any of that boring stuff.
Yeah,
Awesome. Nah,
you'll be right.
you know me. I love my ultras no matter where they are, but I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun to be doing a new course. So,
Yeah.
Nah, that's cool.
yeah.
That's what
Are
we want.
are you guys coming to Sparta this year?
No,
Nah,
No. It's my
we-
first year. You have to come.
no,
we're
we're a bit busy.
yeah, and I've still got to try. We're trying to we're going to Ireland,
Oh,
and then
nice.
the week before China.
Hmm.
No, wait, after.
The week before China.
Are
China's the
you
week
doing
after. Yeah, China's the week after.
China.
are you
And
doing the APAC at China?
yeah,
Yeah, cool.
well, this bloke is. I won't get time off.
Yeah.
I've got to get time off to get to Ireland, and that's OCR. So we're gonna
Yeah.
give that a crack over there.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that'll
And,
be awesome.
which is yeah, but yeah, the Greece scenario, you'll love it.
that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I'm
Yeah. And
Actually,
even the
very
whole
cool.
town sort of gets involved, and like because you race down the main street as well,
yeah,
a few hundred meters, and it's just everybody loves you. It sounds
yeah.
That's
a
cool.
bit corny, but yeah,
You wear your Spartan top, mate, and you're getting discounts off all the shops, and
yeah,
Oh, nice.
and
Yeah,
the like Sparta itself is, I don't know, it's just cool.
it is. It's nice.
I
Yeah,
was looking at doing it last year, but because it was moved away from Greece, I decided to hold off. So when they announced it this year, I've just gone, you know what? I have to. I can't miss another one. I need to
no,
get there. So,
it's cool.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
the
I don't know, yeah, look, it's just like you come around down into the main street and you run past big Leonardus on the big statue,
yeah.
and yeah, it's just, yeah,
the story behind it's
you love it,
magic.
mate.
It's
Yeah,
which
no,
is good.
I'm very much looking forward to it. And to lead Team Australia there is going to be, I don't know, I can't even imagine how I'm going to feel in that moment.
No, it's
Um, and I will fight Jason for the right to carry that flag.
going to be a
Jace,
good
didn't
fight.
Jace carry it the year we went?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
but
we'll have to
he's
flip
got
a coin or
experience.
something. But
He's got experience
well,
carrying it.
I carried it in Morzine last year, but it was for only
Well,
3 people. So
His name's he had. He took it off. when when we
That's right.
because you go on the stage with the flag and Russell names at it, and for some reason we're near the middle or something, and he come down the stage and went right instead of left. So we ended
No
up,
one could find
instead of
him.
Australia being, Australia up the front, we were down near Zimbabwe or somewhere. I don't know. Like it was just we were right down the back, and
Yeah,
anyway,
in Morzine, I was one of the first people. Actually, I think I was the first person that had to go on stage with the flag after the French person, and I've never felt so awkward in my life. It's
that's
it's
strange.
funny. I talk a big game, but put me on a stage in front of a lot of people, and I just I'm so uncomfortable. So it was absolutely hilarious, and I'm like, okay, I'm waving the flag. Can I leave now
What
and
do I
run
do?
away?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's easy to follow, isn't it? That's the best part.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was like us in West Virginia, wasn't it? It was
yeah,
only three of us there. So.
yeah. And Jace had the flag.
Yeah, Jay said the flag too.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
flag man.
He's
I'm
the flag
telling you.
bearer.
Well, maybe I'll let him get up on stage and then I'll steal it off him when he's not looking.
Yes, that's actually a smart move.
Yeah.
You
Then
both get their bit of pride. So,
captain's sharing it.
nah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
good.
it's going to be a great event.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, go for it.
Yeah. What's your biggest challenge?
Motivation at the moment.
Hmm.
Um, I think Morzine last year was something that even with all the ultras I've done now, I never thought I'd go to Morzine. It was so far beyond what I expected myself to be able to do. And to come home with the finisher's medal, like it's something I still get goosebumps over. As far as I'm aware, I'm actually the only female from Australia that's ever finished Morzine. So yeah, it's such a monumental thing.
Pretty cool
But
medal too.
it was,
Yeah.
yeah. But unfortunately, I went through a major adrenaline drop after the event, and I just, I slacked off from training, and part of it was that I just needed a break. I'd been training 6 days a week for months on end. Um, and then life just got busy and it really got away from me with the big interstate move and trying to find work. My kids are actually now living with their dad. So like I've had to deal with the emotional fallout from that for me. And training just got pushed to the side. So at the moment, I'm just really trying to work on getting my routines back and finding that enjoyment again in the gym and running. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's been a bit of a challenge, but we're
yeah,
working on it.
yeah.
Good.
Well,
That's
Oh,
all you got to do.
I'd hope
well,
so, considering Morzine's only 2 months away now.
Well, you got a bit of training in a couple of weeks. That's a fair weekend for you. So,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No, I
yeah,
actually went to the gym tonight right before we recorded this. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm working on getting it back, but it's definitely something that I've got to keep pushing on.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah,
Highs and lows.
that's it. You just got to keep
Did you
going.
always want to do Spartan, mate?
Oh God,
That
no.
was
And
when you're sitting
and
there. Yeah.
yeah, no, until my mum dragged me into it, I was very happy being a road 10K runner. Put the headphones on, you've got people around you, but you just do your own thing, and it's all nice and footpaths and nothing to trip over or no mud to fall into.
So
But
were you doing marathons and that before and ultra
no,
before?
so I was sticking to 10Ks.
Okay.
I did my first 21K at the Gold Coast Marathon in 2019. And that's when I sort of found that the longer distances were actually more my thing.
Okay.
But I was still really happy with the roads,
Yeah.
especially after I did a trail half marathon in Townsville. And if anyone's ever done this event, they know how bad it is. I did one called Palarenda, and it is one of the worst half marathons you will ever find. The
yeah.
trail is just unforgiving. You'll be climbing over boulders in one section, but then running along the beach in another. And it's the type of race that everyone who's done it, all you have to do is like, oh, are you doing Palarenda again? And they're like, no.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's doing those sorts of events are what made me realize that I love these longer distances and I really like the challenge that they bring. Um, and then I've never done a marathon. I've done 7 ultras now, but I've never run a marathon.
Because you
Good.
did you do a road marathon a little while ago?
No,
Never done
no,
a marathon.
I've never
Sorry, not
done a
marathon, mate. No, ultra, not a Spartan ultra.
yes.
That's all right.
In
Sorry.
Noosa in
Yeah.
March, I did my first 80 kilometer. So it was the
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
first time I've stepped over the 50K mark, and it was my first ultra
That's a
without
jump.
obstacles.
That's a jump, not a
Yeah,
step.
and it was
Far
so
out.
weird not having obstacles. Like I was aiming for a 12-hour finish,
Yeah.
and I did my first 40 kilometers in 5 hours. Like I was, yeah, I
Incredible. Yeah,
was
that's cool.
pushing it. Um, because without the obstacles to pace myself, yeah, I fell into my groove, and I'm looking at my watch and I'm going, no, I'm running way too fast. I need to pull it back. But I felt so good. I just couldn't pull it back. And then next thing you know, at the 40K, 45Ks in, I hit the biggest wall I've ever hit, and it all just went downhill. Um, and for the first time ever, I actually wanted to quit. I
Yeah.
wanted to just go, you know what? I gave it a good shot. This isn't my year. Um, but I had a checkpoint in about 5 kilometers, and I knew that Mick, my partner, was going to be at that checkpoint. And I'm like, okay, all I've got to do is get through this next 5 kilometers, because when I see him, he will not let me quit. He'll whack me over the back of the head, tell me to get over myself, pack my vest, and keep going. Um, so then I actually called the coach, Mick Stewart, and I was like, I've hit the wall. I I I just need you to talk me out of this shit. Because, it's a trail. We can have our phones on course
Mhm.
there. They're actually a requirement for safety reasons.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just rang Mick and I had a chat with him, and I I said to him what I just said to you. I'm like, I just need to make this checkpoint. I know if I can make this checkpoint, there's less than 30K to go. I know I can finish this. Um, and yeah, for the last 30K, it was a hell of a lot slower, and I walked much more than I would have liked. But I managed to come in, I think, at around 13 hours, 10, 20, something like that. So
That's amazing.
yeah, I missed my goal. And honestly, I was nearly in tears during this. Like, it was so much harder than what I expected. Like, I was sort of like, I've done hard ultras. I've done Fiji in 37 degrees. I've done Porak in similar weather. I've done Morzine. I'm like, I'll be fine. It's only an extra 30K. It was not just an extra 30K. It
That's
was,
that's amazing.
it's another world.
Yeah.
Mm,
It,
Yeah.
it
I did
would just
that 72K a couple of years
mm,
ago. And it was funny. I've done lots of 50s. It was through COVID. It was all,
yeah.
what do you call it, virtual ones.
Yep.
And I thought, it's only an extra half marathon. Easy peasy.
Yep.
Holy moly. I got to like 51Ks, I reckon. And
yeah,
same
blimey.
thing, fell apart.
Yeah. It
Completely
was weird
performance.
too, because I've hit mental walls before, and I know how to work them and get myself through them. And I've hit physical walls. And again, I know how to work them and keep going. But to hit them both at the same time, and like you'd try and run, and you'd run like 3 steps and then stop and go like, I can't even run 10 meters at the moment. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was the type of thing that I'm sitting there going, never doing this shit again. Like, I've done it once, I will finish this race, but I ain't doing it again.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Within 12 hours, I said I was going to do it again.
Yeah, that's so love the
Um,
pain.
I just I'm looking at something I've said to a few people. I love the soul destroying ultras because I'm looking for the race that can break me. Like, I've been close a couple of times. I've struggled a lot, but I haven't found that race that's really, left me crying and not able to move. And I guess I just want to find where my limits are. I'm not fast, I'm not amazing, I'm never going to be a top level elite runner, but I can push myself to see where my own limits are and just how far I can go. So that's why I want to keep doing these difficult courses,
Yeah.
because they help me build that resilience. And, you never know what an ultra is going to throw at you. And
Yeah.
anyone watching that's done an ultra knows you never know what's going to happen, no matter how many you've done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm on that hunt for the one that's going to destroy me.
Might be late. You never know. It's
We'll
depends on
see.
the day,
Yeah, definitely.
which is it.
Already got my ticket booked, so we'll see.
Beautiful. That's cool. With you, when's your best time to train? I know you said a few minutes ago you've been out just before this, and it's 8 o'clock at night. So you were out training after in the afternoon.
Yeah.
When's the best time for you to train, you think,
Look,
or you feel?
mentally, I actually prefer training at night. Um, But I think that's because when I was the primary carer for my children, quite often I wouldn't have time during the days to train with them.
Yeah.
So once they'd go to sleep, my housemate would sort of keep an eye on the house, and I'd be at the gym at 11 o'clock at night. And I just became so accustomed to, I'm the only one in the gym training, and I
Yeah.
just, yeah, I just fell in love with it. But I'm actually trying to reset my habits now, and I'm trying to get there early in the morning, and it's harder than it should be because I am not a morning person. Like I'm a don't look at me before I've had my coffee, and that probably won't happen till 7:30 person. So,
Wow.
um, but no, I definitely prefer the after lunch to late at night sort of time frames.
Yeah.
But
All right,
and
mate.
That's cool.
What would you, being the captain, what would you give a first? What tip would you give a first timer, mate, if they're sitting on the fence post thinking about going to Ivory's Rock, going, I don't know if I can do this.
honestly, I would give them the same advice that I was given when I was telling my mum that I didn't want a thing to do with Spartan. Just see what happens. Just go and have fun.
Yeah.
You don't have to be amazing at it. And look, the chances are you're going to struggle on some of the obstacles because some of them, as you two would know, some of them are all about technique and
Mm.
you've got to learn how to do them. It's not about brute strength and things like that.
Yeah.
So the best advice I can give is to just give it a try. There will be people on course that can help you out and teach you and
Yeah.
even help you carry you through certain obstacles if need be.
Yeah.
But you're not going to learn anything without giving it a shot. So what's the harm in trying? If
Yeah.
you finish your 5K or whatever distance you choose to start with, if you finish it and you didn't like it, then you've learnt something. You've given it a go, you've given it your best shot, but you never know. You might fall in love with it just like I did.
That's it. And if you're in the open as such, you don't have to do every obstacle. Obviously you're encouraged to try, but you don't physically have to do every obstacle.
Yeah, of
And
course.
I think like and you'll probably see the same thing. A lot of people say to us, "Oh, we can't do that."
Yeah,
Well, like you said, we couldn't do it the first time either. Like
Mm.
it's more go out, have that fun scenario, and as well, you're one of them. Like the community is awesome.
oh, definitely. And
It's
the thing is too, a lot of people might surprise themselves. Like at Werribee last year, I actually won the 10K event there. But when I was looking at the times later on, I realized that there was an open waiver who was my age who actually ran the course 4 minutes faster than me. Then in the super, she's decided to go and step up into the age group and give that a shot. And she ended up
oh,
winning our age group. Brand
wow.
new racer. She'd only done the 10K and then this five. But yeah, she gave it a shot and realized, hey, I can actually do this reasonably well.
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of curious to see if we'll see her again because I'd like to beat her this
Ah,
time.
it
Yeah.
sounds like she's enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
that's
But no,
rule number one for us. So yeah.
and yeah, you don't have to be competitive with other people. You can be competitive with yourself. Just yeah, set your goals, whether that's finishing or hell, let's just say you've got an obstacle that you've never done
Yeah.
before. Just that's your one goal for the race. Nothing else matters. You just want to nail that obstacle. Things like that.
The
It's
lady I run with today, actually down at Lakes on the beach, she had to go last weekend at our activation at Park Run, and
yeah,
she goes, I didn't think I could do any of the obstacles, and she picked up the bucket carry, like the female bucket, and she goes,
yeah,
oh, and she did it by like a little bit of a course there,
Yeah, bit of
and
a
she
loop.
she told me she goes, I didn't think I could do it, and I did. She
yeah,
goes, it's just like walking around with the kids. So there
yeah.
you go.
You see that a lot too.
Mm.
Like when I try and volunteer as much as I can on course, and I always ask to go for certain obstacles. And one of my favorite obstacles to volunteer on is the rope climb. Because you get so many open waivers coming through and they're sort of standing there looking up and have no idea how to do it. And you give them a quick lesson on the rope, the leg locking techniques. And when they manage to succeed in that, they'll come back down and they just have this like bright face, just going, oh my God, I never thought I could do that. And they're just so happy. It's so infectious. Like watching people achieve things that they didn't think they could is
Yeah.
one of the best things about the Spartan community. It's honestly almost better than your own racing at times.
It is that the
And the volunteering is
volunteer.
awesome.
It's unreal, isn't it? And
Oh,
then
it is. I love it.
even the ambassadors like catching that last wave is awesome because you get to to play around, like you said, and show them techniques and give them
Yeah.
a go on a monkey bar or one of the rings, and just for them to hold that for a couple of seconds, for some of them, it's magic. Like it's
Mate,
things, and
it's cool.
Yeah,
a lot of them
it's
say thanks and things like that, and it sort of makes you feel awesome, like
definitely.
just
Look,
helping and show them, and hopefully like you said, they come back and
yeah.
beat us
And
one day. So
a lot of us race Spartan because we love it, but we stay with Spartan because of the people.
Yeah, the community.
Yeah, there's no other race community like it.
Yeah,
I don't think so. And I've been in a few sports, and yeah, some of it's about the same scenario about what you're wearing, how much that costs, things like that.
Yeah.
Not Spartan. It's just
No.
give it a crack. So
Yeah.
then you got your elite runners chatting to fellas like us. So yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely. It's the amount of elites that I've talked to, and you're just sitting there going like,
yeah,
oh, I wish I could be half as good as you. And they're just more than happy to have a chat. They'll give you pointers where they can, and
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, mate. Here's a good one for you. What's your best compliment?
My best compliment.
Hmm.
I don't even know. Actually, bit of a backhanded compliment, but I did have one last year that still makes me smile now. Over at APAC. So we had the 50K on the Saturday and the Super Sprint Sunday like usual. Now, little fun fact about me, I actually hate the Super. I don't know what it is. It is the one distance that I really don't like. Give me the sprint or the ultra. But anyway, I'm running the Super very casually, bit of a recovery race, just getting it done. And Sandy, the elite Filipino
Oh yeah,
yes, the
lady
lady. Yeah, yep.
and she actually came third in the Morzine elites last year. So she is very good. Anyway, she's run past me and she's just like, look back and gone, Ash, it's you. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, why are you walking? I know you're better than that. And I'm just like, I feel like I should be insulted or should push harder, but no. Hi, Sandy.
is that
But
Sandy we met
Yeah,
at Fiji?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
We
absolutely lovely
we
woman.
gave her a lift back from one of the
Oh, that's
meetings.
right.
Yeah, and she was in the car because she goes, "Oh, is anyone going past here?" Like her motel. I said, "Yeah, we'll give you a lift back," and we're chatting, doing all that. How long you been doing this? Oh, a little while. Are you any good at it? Yeah, I'm okay.
She wasn't saying
And
any
she didn't.
Very humble, isn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we said, "Oh, have you ever done the races then?"
Oh,
Like,
because that was
yeah,
at athlete's dinner.
yeah,
That's what it
exactly.
was.
And we said, "Oh, have you ever done any races?" Yeah, a few. Okay, how'd you go? Yeah, I won. Like, what did you win? All of them.
Yeah.
Like, she was
That
so sweet
was,
and just, yeah, I've
yeah.
done this and that,
Yeah.
and yeah,
That was sort of my introduction to her. She was staying at our hotel in Morzine last year, and I had a chat with her the day before, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm all right. I think I've got a reasonable chance." And then she goes and gets third elite female,
yeah,
and I'm like,
Wow.
that's out of
um,
control. Yeah,
but no, in all honesty though, the best compliments I've had are the amount of women that have reached out to me and told me that I inspire them. Um, I've never seen myself as an inspiring person. I just get in and do things because I want to do it or because I want to pay back to the community or whatever. And yeah, there's been a few conversations here and there where people have come up to me and because I'm so open about my story with my own mental health challenges, they're like, "Oh, we like thank you for being honest about it." And we draw a lot of strength and you're yeah, the way that you do things has made us push that bit harder in the way that we do things. And there's nothing quite like being told that you're inspiring
Yeah.
somebody else. It's
That's awesome.
very, yeah, I don't know, it just gives you very warm feelings and
Yeah.
yeah.
sure you do. So it's you are inspiring. Like with you're always smiling. That's the strange part. It's sort of it's hard to sort of see. And you're always smiling. You're going, man, that must hurt. Yeah, it does. And you're smiling away, waving with your hands ripped apart, and just yeah, okay.
I actually at Wood Fortier last year, Zoe, the photographer who was up
Yeah.
the hill on the bucket carry, I think she was on.
Man, she's a great
Mm.
photographer, Zoe.
Oh,
She's
she's
wicked.
amazing. But I've done my standard like running up, like smile, and she's like, show me how you really feel. So then she got about 6 photos of me just going like, I was just like, No, I'm always smiling. I don't like the fake
That's
thing,
it.
but I'm dead
That,
now.
that's one thing this fella does really good at. If he's feeling it,
They we're up at Greece. We're up near there's a tomb up the top. It's about 17 k's in, and
Yeah.
the lady goes, "Smile." I said, "Nah, nah," and I just spent I don't know 5 minutes. I couldn't. Something happened. I couldn't move. I don't know what it is. Can't never explain. I don't know what it is. I couldn't move. I knew me. I was telling my brain to tell me legs to move, and I couldn't. And there was
Yep.
just people going past me, just going past me, and that was just after that. And she goes, "Smile." Not
Nah.
today. No, I'm not. I know where I am, and I'm enjoying it, but
Yeah.
no.
and the one you're leaning on the
Oh,
twister,
yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah, I don't get bad photos in terms of like not smiling or whatever, but I don't take good action photos. I'm always grunting or groaning just because of the technique or because I'm so focused that I'm like,
yeah,
And Scott, our head photographer, Scott Shepherd, there's been a couple of times when he's found like this absolutely shocking photo of me and he sent me a photo because he's like, "Oh my God, look how amazing you are here." And like there's one where I'm picking up an Atlas ball and my face is like it's just but it doesn't look like, powerful scream. It looks like, "Oh my God, I'm dying."
in trouble. Yeah, and that's one thing we don't give the photographers enough credit because the stuff they capture is awesome and where they position themselves and they're out there all
Oh,
day for the, couple of days and what
yeah.
it's going to be nearly a week for
Yeah.
those guys up there in a, short time.
Yeah.
Um,
Nah, Scott's
but
crew's awesome.
Oh,
yeah,
they are. And I don't know about you guys, but for the international races I've done, we've got the best team out there.
yeah,
It's
we've
the
actually,
photos that they pull off in Australia. Sometimes you're just like, how did you even get that shot? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
nah, for sure.
yeah, they do well. There's one bloke in America that is nearly as good.
nearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
Yeah.
we'll try and get him over one
He's a
day.
pretty
But
awesome dude.
yeah, he's a photographer and all that. But nah, that's good. Um, Now what's something the listeners don't know about you? And
Oh,
hopefully there's more than a dozen because we got
I was
up to
gonna say,
about 11 last time.
Yeah,
So
we're getting there.
actually, that's a really hard question because I mean, like,
We know you got
I've
purple
been,
hair. So.
well, I was gonna say, like, I was on the podcast with Tori a few years ago, and I'm very open about everything on socials and like the podcast I did with Tash or the Insta series I did with Tash last year. And I've said this a few times. Anybody that's ever raced with me on course, particularly on an ultra, I never shut up, so they have my entire life story. So I don't think there is anything that nobody knows. Um,
one thing.
yeah. Uh, I guess actually something that people might not know. Michael and I have actually moved in together now. So I met him
Mm,
on Spartan, and yeah, it's been couple of years since I met him, but that's why I moved to Victoria because we decided to give this whole relationship thing a proper shot. So
so, so
you've
is that
got,
a Spartan encounter that
yeah,
made this happen?
we met at the Gold Coast that year. I wore the wedding dress and
Okay.
started off just chatting as friends, and he
Yeah,
was new to the Spartan community, and then we started traveling together to save on finances, and yeah, we realized that there was something there, and
that's awesome.
now living together.
That's
So
a good news
there's
story. Yes.
two of the craziest Spartans in the same roof or under the same roof. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There you
that's
go,
why the
mate.
Victorians to get to put up with me now. I
Not,
followed him.
not everybody would have known that, mate. So there you go. That's something we didn't know.
It's about the only
Um,
thing that people may not have known.
I've got another one
That's
for you.
it.
What is something you can't race without, like lucky socks or?
Um, ooh. Oh, actually, no. I have one. I have done almost every Spartan race, and I've done, I think, 70 races now. My visor. I have a hat. I have worn
Yes.
it for over 10 years now. I wear it in every single event. But heartbreakingly, I left it in a tent at Glenworth, and I don't know if I'm going to get it back. So I'm very heartbroken about it. I've contacted half of the Spartan staff going, when you unpack your containers at Ivory's, you need to look for this visor. Like, I can't race without it.
regardless of what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was once black and it's now faded grey and it's got tears in it. Like, it's just been through thick and thin with me and
Yeah.
I need to get it back.
That's
So,
awesome.
Rob, if you're watching this, when you open Nora, I need my visor back if it's still there.
That's
And you wear your sleeves all the time too, mate.
Yeah, my Spalms UV arm sleeves. Or as you guys can see, I am very, very pale, and particularly for the ultras, when I'm out there for hours on end, I've come back with sunstroke a couple of
Yeah.
times. So yeah, I started wearing the UV sleeves just to protect my arms and to try and, well, you guys know how brutal the Australian sun can be. So
Yeah.
why tempt fate? Um, but the sleeves I wore, I've tried a few different brands, and these ones are so lightweight and yeah, they're an absolute godsend. I wear them at every event over 21 just to protect my skin. So
that's
Yeah.
good. That's it.
yeah. And oh, can I just plug them too? I am actually an ambassador for Spalms, so if anybody would like to try the arm sleeves, send me a message. I can give you a discount code for them.
How good's that?
Because they
That's
go right.
Yeah, so you can get arm sleeves that cut off at the biceps, but because I race in a tank, I wear the ones that wrap around the shoulders. So they sort of go to about there on my back and they wrap around. So the shoulders are protected as well as the arms.
and they don't slide down or anything, like they're fine.
No,
Yep.
no, they've been absolutely amazing. I raced in Morzine in the arm sleeves instead of the wraps, and that was purely because they sent me a pair of green and gold
Green and
ones.
gold.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I needed to represent the Aussie colours.
That's awesome.
And yeah, no movement. They stayed up the whole time. And the other thing that really impresses me with them is I've actually caught them on barbed wire during the crawls a couple of times, and there's no tears. Like it's a really thin material, but they hold up really well.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. They're good
yeah,
fibers then. So
definitely. They're awesome.
where can people catch up to you? Like what socials are you on?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook and Insta. Insta's a better one for me though. I am at run.bake.mum and more than happy to talk to anyone, whether they're looking at heading overseas or just wanting obstacle advice or anything like that. If anyone wants tips for obstacles, I'd be happy to meet up with them on the day after my races and show them how to do things.
Yeah.
Look, I just want to help this sport grow, and if there's something that I can do to help that, then I'm always there for it.
That's cool. And I think that's one of the main reasons why we thought we'd catch up to you or like to catch up to you is because you're always there, you're always having fun,
I
you're always
appreciate
hanging
it.
around, you're always
Mm.
cheering everyone on. And it's a big day racing, let alone hanging
Uh,
around plus
it
volunteering.
is, but it's part of the fun.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
is
you get
any
to run yourself into the ground on the race and then yourself into the ground helping other races.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Like Mick said before, that the ambassador wave, I suppose you
Yeah.
would call it, following the last fellas out in the course there. That was like it's good fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to be trying to get some more of them going this year
Yeah.
because they were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
For a little while we did the
Oh, that was
showing
yeah.
them some of the obstacles. Like we'd grab a
Yeah.
group of people and show them the
Come
obstacle.
try.
Yeah, come try. And it was awesome. Like you would only get a handful of people, but it was like you said with the rope climb, how you do your leg lock on the rope, things like that. Like
Yeah.
would show them that. And even the rings, how, more your hip scenario and things like that. And it was awesome. Like
Yeah.
and like for those first timers that are a bit sort of wary or afraid or whatever it was, it sort of gave them that little bit of peace of mind. And with that, some of it was before the events, and then a few of them signed up for the 5K. They only come to watch
Oh,
a friend, but
awesome.
so it's sort of things like that
That
Yeah.
the ambassadors are doing that's sort of helping. And
Yeah.
like we said,
And
hopefully
we have such a good crew of ambassadors this year too. So hopefully we can, as a group, inspire a lot more people to come and give Spartan a try.
yeah.
that's the
Hopefully.
plan.
Try,
So,
mate.
yes,
Yeah.
We'll keep trying, Captain.
yes, boss.
Yes, that is your order to recruit
Yeah.
more people and encourage them.
Nah, that's
Oh,
it. I think we've done that a fair bit every time, and
Oh.
it's just natural because it's the
You have.
environment. It's which
Yeah.
is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So
No, cool,
It's
mate.
infectious, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
very much
Any,
so.
yeah.
any closing words for our ambassador captain?
Um, I think my biggest closing word this year would be if you have ever thought about going to a world championship event, whether your age group, open, or one of our amazing elite runners, have a think about joining us in Sparta this year. We are returning to Sparta after a year in the US, so it's going to be bigger and better than ever. And from all the feedback I've heard from people that have done the event before, it's one that you definitely don't want to miss. So, yeah, that would be my little
Yeah,
hint to some
little
people to
take.
try
Yeah.
and yeah, we'd love to have a big Australian team going over and show the world what we're made of. So
You know how many people are going to Sparta this year?
I think we've got about 10 or 11 recruited so far. So there's quite a few of us that have started booking flights and things like that.
Yeah.
And there was
Beautiful.
some good airline specials at the moment. So
Yeah.
if anybody is interested in joining us for any of the World Championship events, send me a message. We do have a WhatsApp group community for Team Australia, so we can get you added into the
Awesome.
event that you're looking at going to.
That River, mate. Well, thanks very much, Ash, for being on the Trent and Mick podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having
Tell
me.
your friends.
Tell your friends, mate.
Always.
And thank you very much, and thanks to listeners for listening or watching on YouTube. Yeah, no, awesome. And
Who would you like us
oh,
to
yeah. Mick, right?
have on the podcast one day if we're still
Ooh.
going?
If the
You know,
cat doesn't kick us off.
Yes.
no, I was going to say, I suppose I should be supportive girlfriend and say Mick Butera.
Who's
He
that? Who's
That fella.
he's our crazy one that does every event that
ah,
they offer him, whether he should or not.
He's probably just around the corner or somewhere, isn't
yeah, it's
No, he stuck his head in before, but
Yeah.
as of today, he's now signed up to the first Deca Ultra in Australia.
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh,
So what's that involve?
it's 5 laps of the Deca Fit.
he? Oh,
Yeah, yeah, that was my
That's
face.
wow.
So there's only 10 tickets being released for the Ultra, and he snapped up ticket number 2, so he was pretty keen on it and bought one as soon as possible.
Wow.
Don't know who number 1 went to, but
Probably Tony, I reckon.
um,
Tony Curtis. He's a
yeah,
weapon. But
um,
and Mick's like I said, there's I don't think there's anything he hasn't done. Like and I know
not
in
really.
Fiji when we were there, he taped his hands up that much
yeah.
just to get through the ultrafecta. I don't know.
Oh
He's
yeah. And he did the Ultra, then the Beast in the same day. He did the Tough Mudder Infinity and a Deca Fit on the same day. Like he went and ran lap 1 of the Tough Mudder, then went and did Deca Fit, and then came back out and did another 40 kilometers of Tough Mudder. Like
Oh dear.
that's
he's insane,
that's
but
the sort of bloke he is. So
he is.
that's the
Um,
perfect pair, if that makes sense. So
yeah.
it's no, that's awesome.
He's got an interesting story and he's always down for a challenge, so
Yeah, I'll have to
he's an
chat to him
interesting one
one
to have a
day.
chat
So
to.
no,
Yeah.
I've written
awesome.
that down, mate. So
Yeah.
I'll chat to Mick.
Thanks,
The
Ash.
other one, sorry, one other person that I would love to hear about, Montana Yonka, our new
Yes,
elite who's just
yes,
cleaning up with everything.
yeah. We've got her down. I think I messaged her, but she doesn't like me. I don't know.
She's terrible at replying on time. I've
Good.
tried to
Yeah,
get messages to her and it takes her a day to get back to me.
yeah. No,
But
that's
she's one of
fine.
our youngest Spartans and she's already making such a big impact on the elite women that
Well, I think
I
elite, not just women, elite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh yeah, definitely. But I can't wait to see what she does next. She's going to be a real big
Weapon.
competitor in our
yeah.
sport. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Awesome, mate. Well, thank you very much,
Thanks,
Ash,
legend.
for spending
Thank
a bit
you
of time
again
with
for
us.
having
And
me.
Thank
Come.
you.
everybody listens to this, and like I said, watch it on YouTube or any other podcast channels. So, awesome, mate. Thank you very much, Ash.
Thank you. I'll see you
See you
at Ivy's
soon.
Rock.
Over now, Captain.